Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, thank you for everything, Lord. Thank you for letting us be here and letting us let everyone get here safely. Please let us have a good game and show great sportsmanship. Let us have an injury-free game, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Oh,
Please stand for our national anthem.
can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare, those bursting them gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave.
Now introducing the starting lineup from Pensacola College. With number 14, Jenna Wilford. Number 20, Kylie Marquez. Number 21, Monse Torres. Number 23, Leah Phelps. And number 24, Alyssa Brewer. Now give it up for your Lady Knights starting five. We have from Ferguson, Texas, number 15, Caitlin Allen. Junior from Dallas, Texas, number 3, Darius Laurie. Junior from East Texas, number 35, Sarah Madama. Junior from Fresno, California, number 12, Layla Dixon. And now your senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 10, Eunice Balboa.
Southwestern Adventist, Pensacola Christian, the Knights and Eagles here tonight in Keene, Texas. Hi everybody, Chris Shima, glad to be with you once again. Game 2 and a busy week for the Knights is we're actually going to have 3 basketball games inside of 24 hours. Doubleheader coming up tomorrow afternoon, but business to take care of for the Knights, and business with a capital B is one of the top teams in the country in town, Pensacola Christian, 2-1. Game 2 of their quick trip to Texas, they played at Dallas Christian on Tuesday, won 79-49. Meanwhile, Knights coming off that 52-30 loss against Calvary also on Tuesday. Knights had just 18 turnovers, took better care of the basketball, forced 23 on the Warriors, but Southwestern Adventist just 22% shooting. As the tip is controlled by the Knights, we're underway. So better shooting hopefully today if they're going to try to stick with this Eagles team. Nice little give and go there, Valderrama and Balboa. Balboa really wasn't able to handle the dribble though. So here comes Pensacola Christian. On their opening possession, it's Phelps right to the hoop, can't get it to go. Leah Phelps, one of the Texas products, alongside Holland Geisler, who we'll likely see off the bench. Phelps averaging 17 a game in the first 3 for Pensacola Christian. Nice anticipation there. Steal by Kylie Marquise. Top of the key, Wolford for 3. Can't get it to go. Nice box out by Laurie. She loses the battle, though, as Torres gets it, and then Brewer comes up short. So a couple of defensive stomps for the Knights as Valderrama brings it into the forecourt. Opening minute of the game, we are scoreless. Balboa over to Lowry. Lowry had it poked away, gets it back on the opposite side of the court, steps inside the arc and airballs it. Rebound chased down by Wolford. Some pressure from the Knights. Almost got a steal there, but luckily Torres, right place, right time. Now Wolford into the forecourt, and she is fouled. First foul of the game on the Knights in the opening 90 seconds. Brewer now. This is Marquise back to her. Brewer attacks the rim over 2 players, and Alyssa Brewer scores the first bucket of the ball game. Brewer 4.7 points per ball game, but 8.7 rebounds. A 5'6" guard, senior from Mississippi, having a nice defensive start to her season. Wolford with the steal. 2-on-2. Wolford goes coast to coast, throws it up and in. Jenna Wolford, 13 a game. She's from right down the road where I am, about an hour away in Mansfield, Ohio. So quickly 4-0 for Pensacola Christian. We're 2 minutes into this one. Knights are going to have to score the basketball today. Take care of the basketball and score. They've just got to figure that out, or this is going to be over very quickly. Here is Torres guarding Sarah Valderrama. Bounce pass again. Deflected out. Staying with it is Balboa. Shot clock at 2. Daria's got a hoist. She does. Just beats the clock, but doesn't touch iron, so it'll be a shot clock violation. So a good start for the Eagles on the second on the road. First meeting between these two teams. Eagles will come home and start a 4-game homestand a week from today against Trinity College. Jared Sellers, somebody I've gotten to know a lot over the years, and he takes a lot of road trips. In fact, I think most of January the Eagles are going to be on the road in various region play and otherwise, but I know that he and a lot of college coaches do this. They take trips to parts of the country where they recruit players from. So like I said, a couple of players from Texas for the Eagles on the roster. Usually they're seniors, and I know Geisler is a senior. Yeah, Leah Phelps is also a senior. So want to try when you can. College coaches do like to do this. Jared Sellers very good about it, to the detriment of his travel budget, I'm sure. Because they've had some big-time road trips over the years, this Eagles team. But it's a nice thing. In the days of online streaming and the modern world that we live in, it's a little bit easier to recruit out of state because, you have good live streaming and occasionally you have a good broadcaster. We'll see how tonight goes. But it's still kind of special for the players and for their families when they can get out and actually see them in person. And I saw Jared, Coach Sellers, was shaking hands and kissing babies like a politician with some of those parents during the pregame. Extra chance opportunity here for Pensacola Christian as Peyton Sandifer commits the foul, second team foul on the Knights. Daria Lowry goes out of the game. Maddie Clements comes in. Clements so far 3.5 points per ball game off the bench for a team that's averaging just 30 a game. Defense has been there at times. Here's Phelps for 3. Swishes it through, and Leah Phelps, one of the local Texas products I was talking about from Flower Mound, shooting 39% from 3 on the young season. Player you got to guard out deep, averaging 17 points per ball game, leading her team in scoring. I mentioned, Knights fans, if you were with us on Tuesday, that Pensacola Christian's got a roster that's 20 deep. Well, today they didn't travel everybody. They're about 14 deep, though. Valderrama off the back iron, tipped for the rebound, and it's controlled by Geisler. So Holland Geisler in the game. 7-zip Pensacola Christian. Another nice defensive play. Out on the run. Balboa can't score. Those are the ones you got to convert. Eunice did a nice job faking out the defender, waiting for the defender to commit, but just couldn't get it to go. Before that putback, we have a foul underneath. So the Eagles are blanking the Knights. It's 7-zip, nearing the midway point of quarter number 1. Sandifer goes out after picking up her second team foul, and Pamela Colmenares comes in. Torres out deep. Torres, Wolford, Geisler, Brewer out there with Phelps. That's the 5 for the Eagles. Runner in the lane, no good. Another offensive rebound. Second chance opportunities helping a cold shooting Pensacola Christian, but an offensive foul there on Torres. Second team foul on the Eagles, and Rachel Phelps out there now for Pensacola Christian. Balboa. Valderrama. Thought about the 3. Over to Clements on the right wing. Cutting in Valderrama. Ball deflected out. Colmenares was there. 6 to shoot. Balboa back to Valderrama. Got to create. Step back jumper. Yes. So Valderrama gets the Knights on the board in this 7-2 start. Phelps, Torres, nice little give and go action there. But the Knights have been stingy on defense. This is a great start for Southwestern Adventist. I know they're down 5, but can't ask for a better defensive start for the Knights against this Eagles team that so far on the season is averaging 77 points per ball game. Timeout on the court. We'll be back. 4:22 to go. Eagles up 5. Yours truly, Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight. With you again tomorrow afternoon, doubleheader, Knights' first doubleheader of the season. The ladies will take on our friend Greg Gaffney and Ecclesia. Knights men will face Spurgeon College. Boy, Spurgeon College, their men's team. 127 and 111 in their first 2 games. Mentzer is in the game out of the timeout. So is Boyd. So number 4 is Kristen Mentzer for Pensacola Christian. Number 25 is Sky Boyd. Geisler still out there. Rachel Phelps in the game. And I think I'm missing somebody. Kristen Mentzer, did I say her? I don't know if I said her, but that's who I'm saying is the 5th one. She's got it on the right wing. Shot clock at 10. 3 ball off the back rim by Wolford. Extra chance opportunity again, and a conversion by Sky Boyd. 6 points per ball game off the bench, and in the early stages of this season, she's hitting 2 of every 3 from downtown. Eunice Balboa, her pockets pick. She dives for it. Jump ball possession arrow will keep it with the Knights. But 10-2 Pensacola Christian. Knights, as I said, glass half full kind of guy. They've played well defensively, but so is Pensacola Christian. They're going to change the possession arrow, and I think this is the right call by the officials. So on the at the scorer's table, the arrow was facing the Knights, but the Knights won the tip, and there was not a jump ball since that. time. So correct call by the officials to get together and get it right. Boyd up top, Menser. Backing down on Clements. Phelps, quick pass down low from Menser to Geisler. Geisler put back no good after she misses a couple. Here comes Valderrama and the Knights. 2:48 to go here in the first quarter. That's going to be an offensive foul. Southwestern Adventist. 4 team fouls now. More shuffling for Jared Sellers as Leah Phelps is back in the game. Pensacola Christian since 2014 has reached the national tournament every year. They won the national title in 2022. Knights are certainly used to competing against contenders with Arlington and Champion in our region. Randall as well appears to be heading on the upswing again. Coleman Harris into the forecourt. Lowry back in. She attacks, gets right around the defense and scores. Nice play by Daria Lowry right off the bench, making an impact, and it's 10-4. Turnover there, sloppy Pensacola Christian. By the way, this is now game 3 of a 6-game homestand. It was originally supposed to be 7 games for the ladies, but because the soccer teams advanced to the national tournament, next Thursday's women's basketball game, at least as far as I know right now, has been postponed. I don't know if it's been postponed or canceled, but I do know they ain't playing next weekend. 4 of the players are going to be at the soccer tournament down in Florida. Pensacola Christian men will be playing in that tournament. We saw their soccer team in the men's home opener, and those two played a classic back in August. 15th foul on the Knights, going to send Rachel Phelps to the free throw line. 56% free throw shooter, another Texas product. So I mentioned too, there's actually 4 players from Texas, including Rachel Phelps, and I forgot about Addie Burlinson too, who is on the active roster today. Rachel Phelps gets them both. Pensacola Christian back up by 8, matching its biggest lead. Peyton Sandifer returning. Remember, she's got 2 personal fouls. That entry pass, I don't know if it was off the mark, if Balboa wasn't ready, but it's going to cost the Knights as Phelps buries her second 3 here today. And it's 15-4. Eagles by 11. Full court press is on for Pensacola Christian. Coleman Harris. Pass deflected, and then Balboa is fouled. Good sportsmanship there. 3rd team foul on the Eagles. Knights got to stay aggressive, keep attacking the basket like Lowry did a couple of possessions ago. Knights are just 3 from 29 from 3 at the start of the season. Balboa tries a triple. She says, I can improve those numbers. Eunice Balboa with her first triple, averaging 8.5 on the season. Balboa gets the defensive rebound. Balboa, 8.5 points per ball game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on the year. Coleman Harris trying to put the moves on, got triple teamed down low and had it stripped away. 4-second difference, game and shot clock. Brewer was looking for an and one there. Instead, she'll go to the free throw line. So Alyssa Brewer, 43% from the charity stripe on this young season. Mention her 8.7 rebounds. She leads the team in rebounding. Eagles are averaging 16 steals a game so far this season. And they're back up double digits. 17-7. Try to keep up with the shuffling for Pensacola Christian. Jenna Wolford is back in, and for the first time, Maddie Fowler. Balboa trapped by Fowler and Brewer. Balboa trying to dribble through it, needs some help, has it stripped. Here's Brewer, throwing that too strong for Phelps, and back-to-back turnovers give it back to the Lady Knights. The Knights last season started the year really struggling against the press, and by the second half of the year they had figured it out, and we've kind of reverted back now with roughly the same roster. Entry pass is going to be, I'm going to credit Phelps with that as she came into contact, and now that's going to be the third foul on Sandifer. Correction, they give her the block. Looked like contact, but instead Pensacola Christian will inbound. Fowler, last shot time if the Eagles want it. Brewer gets it out, faked by Torres, she attacks, had it blocked. Right there is Brewer, the reverse is no good, and the quarter comes to a close. Eagles lead 17-7 after 10 minutes of play. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here in just a moment. Not much offensively in that opening quarter. A couple of triples for Pensacola Christian, including 2. You just saw one of them from Leah Phelps. As we're underway here in the second quarter, Pensacola Christian leading by 10. Biggest lead has been 11. The Knights with the basketball. Daria Lowry attacking the bucket again, had it blocked that time by Torres. Daria Lowry, this is back in the first quarter, and actually they say Daria lost it, but more successful effort back in the first for the second of 3 field goals for the Knights in that first quarter. Now Lowry turning the ball over evidently, so Torres to the cutter Phelps at the top of the key. In the corner it's Wolford, and that's going to be a 3. So the Eagles are starting to heat up from downtown, and they've opened up their biggest lead now, and they also get a steal. I looked down for a second, and the Eagles have stolen the basketball. They turn it over here, though. Both teams high number of turnovers here tonight, but so far Pensacola Christian in control, and they're second of a back-to-back in the Lone Star State. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here tonight from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. Maddie Clements with a nice cut, swatted by Wolford. Trying to stay with it was Colmenares. Valderrama, step back 3 is off the back iron. Box out by Phelps. She brings it into the forecourt. Catch and shoot is going to be good over there by Torres, I believe. Torres from Mexico, helping her team out to a 16-point advantage. And And now a turnover here by the Knights. So Pensacola Christian at the start of this second quarter starting to separate itself a little bit. Looking to go to 3-1 on the season before they leave Texas and go home to start a 4-game homestand. Knights, of course, now 6 home games in November. This is the middle part of that sequence. Next home game tomorrow afternoon against Ecclesia, and then on the 28th against Manhattan Christian, on the 30th, against Ozark Christian. Southwest Region games. Entry pass deflected. This is the problem the Knights have. They have a set in it, and they're going to run that set no matter what. And it doesn't matter what the defense is giving them, and that's what's leading to all these insanely high numbers of turnovers. Remember, they had 48 in the first game of the year. They're just forcing everything. If the play calls to go down low, they're passing it down low, whether there's 3 players on the offensive player or not. And it's just not good basketball right now. Something is going to have to change. And it's hard. It's a busy week for the Knights, so you don't get a lot of practice time to adjust, and certainly given tonight, and then you got to turn around at 1 p.m. tomorrow, so it's going to be a quick day and night thing, but this is something they've got to figure out. Wolford goes left side to Brewer. Corner shot by Phelps in the pocket. It's a 2. Nia Tamefuna has come into the game with Peyton Sandifer in foul trouble. Tamefuna, Valderrama, Lowry, Colmenares still out there, and Eunice Balboa. Valderrama can't get the 3 to go. Rebound by Addie Burleson in the game for the first time here today for Pensacola Christian. Top of the key, it's Torres. This is Phelps. Cutter down low is Brewer. Around the defender, no good. Follows her miss. Diving for it, got tied up. Jump ball, and we're going the other way. As the Eagles have opened it up to a 20-point advantage. Out goes Torres. Holland Geisler coming back in for the Eagles. I think they changed it again. So it will stay on this side of the court. 20 on the shot clock, and Brewer to inbound it. Burleson on the wing. Zone defense for the Knights. In the corner, Geisler can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Lowry, who tiptoed the line after Dixon tipped it. Balboa top of the key. Lowry on the right wing. Lowry backing down, and she traveled. First 2+ games for the Knights. Back-to-back games. They started with 30 points in each game. They were -19 on the glass, -16 respectively. And it is raining triples for Pensacola Christian as Wolford gets another one. This is an Eagles team shooting 35% from 3 to just 10.3% for the Knights. Valderrama turnaround, no good. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it's off Pensacola Christian. Knights, the shot clock should reset. It did. It's at 20. Lowry going to go out of the game. Maddie Clements checking back in. Balboa, and the entry pass is intercepted. I believe that's Wolford going coast to coast, drawing the contact on Clements. First foul of the quarter for either team with 5:43 to go until halftime. And free throws to come for the Eagles. Jenna Wolford 13 points per ball game, 4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 3.3 steals. Good free throw shooter at 75%. A lot of these seniors for the Eagles are already climbing the record books. Walford, one of the better free throw shooters in Eagles history, gets them both. The lead is out to 25. 15 points already for Pensacola Christian here in the quarter, and the Knights still can't buy a bucket. Brewer across the mid-court point. Wolford cross court. The air ball that time by Phelps, who hit a couple of three-pointers in the first quarter. Chloe Samaniego in the game. Samaniego bounce pass to Valderrama. Valderrama had it deflected, tries to get it back, and that's going off of her, out of bounds. Just past the midway point here in a second quarter where Pensacola Christian has pitched a shutout so far. 15-0 here in quarter number 2 after the Eagles had a 10-point advantage at the end of the opening 10 minutes. Wolford for 3. And that's going to be tapped out by Geisler. More shuffling for Pensacola Christian. We'll set the 5 for them quick as we can. Balboa into the forecourt. Samaniego for 3. Rainbow shot no good. Offensive rebound by Clements, and it's off her, out of bounds. So Brewer out there. Torres returns. Phelps remains on the court. Kristen Mentzer still in the game. And Wolford and Brewer in the backcourt. Phelps gets it back. Fakes the 3, drives in, nice pass, extra pass, unselfish play. Wolford misses it off the dime attempt from Torres, extra chance opportunity. 3 no good from Phelps. Balboa's got another board. Balboa pushing, but Eagles right back on defense. Samaniego. Eunice is open, she'll pop a 3, it's an air ball. Clements, it comes to her. Extra chance opportunity for the Knights, who have yet to score here in the second quarter. Just 7 points so far in this first half, and Mentzer rips it away. She glides in for the easy bucket. Kristen Mentzer, 6.7 points per ball game, 57% shooter on the year. She's from Chester, Virginia. Eastern part of the state. Valderrama backing down. Boy, the Knights just look defeated. Wolford gets it down low. The flip shot, no, by Phelps. Oh boy, Tame Funa was wide open. Nobody saw her. Valderrama out to Balboa. Valderrama goes to the ground, gets it back out to Eunice with 8 to shoot. Samaniego for 3, in and out. Nice bat out by Valderrama. Balboa. Bounce pass goes to Valderrama. Samaniego over to Clements. Being dared to shoot it. Step back down. Valderrama, yes, and the foul. The first points here in the second quarter, and it's an and one opportunity for Valderrama. He's averaging 7 points and 9 rebounds so far this season. Line change for Jared Sellers, who's keeping me on my toes here tonight. I'll set the lineup again for Pensacola Christian when I can do so. Valderrama swishes it through. It is 24 for the Eagles. So it's Boyd, Mentzer stays out there. Cutter is Torres, who's still out there. I thought it was a line change, but evidently not. I think that's Phelps over there. And somebody else. Minute 57 to go until halftime. Knights done a nice job forcing turnovers defensively, holding Pensacola Christian to 34 points is not that bad considering all the cracks that they've had at it. Beautiful pass down low. Torres, the recipient, she scores 36-10. And that is a rocket. Samaniego looking for Clements. Turnover after turnover after turnover for the Knights. Mentzer into the forecourt. Fowler is who I forgot to tell you about. Mentzer on the wing to the cutter, Boyd. Bounce passes it out, extra pass, and that was Fowler for 3. 39-10. Minute 4 to go here in the half. Balboa out deep. Samaniego. Dixon, the runner, yes. Layla Dixon, her first field goal. Phelps. And traveling going to be called in the corner on Fowler. Samaniego rainbows the 3. Yeah, her form here tonight has looked good. It was only a matter of time. Samaniego gets it to go. She's 1 out of 3 from downtown now. Foul called on the Knights. Reach. Mentzer going to go to the free throw line. Mentzer 57% free throw shooter so far on the year. And right at her average makes it 40-15. Last shot time here for the Knights. Deflected and intercepted. How many times have we seen that from Mentzer, who finger rolls it in, and that'll do it for the first half. 42-15. It's all Pensacola Christian here tonight, one of the top teams in the country and town, and they're showing us why. It's all Eagles here tonight. We'll take the halftime break, come back, bring you all the second half play-by-play here in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman here with you as we start the third quarter. I got a kitty cat in my lap. 42-15 Eagles as Pensacola Christian starts the third quarter. Torres attacking the hoop, can't bank it. Ball tipped and the rebound by Layla Dixon. Dixon, Sandifer, Lowry, Valderrama, and Eunice all on the court. Same starters. Peyton Sandifer picked up 3 fouls in that first half. Pensacola Christian with an early team foul. And another interception on an entry pass. This time it is Wolford gliding in for the easy 2. Knights 0-2, Pensacola Christian 2-1. Second of a back-to-back in the Lone Star State for the Eagles, who will go home next week. Start of a 4-game homestand. Daria Lowry just inside the arc, in and out. Valderrama the offensive rebound. Looking for Sandifer, and again a forced pass down low. Geisler steals it for the Eagles. Here's Phelps for 3. She's been hit or miss from behind the arc here tonight. Hit a couple in the first half. Eagles coming up empty there. Knights game 2 of 3 here this week. We'll be with you again tomorrow afternoon. Ecclesia at 1 p.m. Part of a doubleheader. Knights men will play at 3 p.m. against Spurgeon College. Peyton Sandifer out to Lowry, top of the key. Valderrama for 3. Can't get it to go. Ball tipped out. Valderrama, another offensive rebound already here, her second in the third quarter. Sandifer down low, and once again these Eagles are just anticipating every entry pass into the post. This time it's Wolford with the steal. Wolford to Phelps. In the corner, Torres back out. And traveling going to be called on Torres. Oh, offensive foul away from the ball, must have been. Illegal screen. So ball goes back to the Knights. Our score is gone sideways on us a little bit. Sandifer to Valderrama at the top of the key. Lowry. Clements got cut off on the baseline. And I believe that was Valderrama with the air ball. So Brewer will inbound for the Eagles. Wolford. Pensacola Christian able to break the press. Torres. Geisler gets it to the cutter. It's deflected. Phelps never really had a handle on it, but it was last touched by the Knights, so that's 13 on the shot clock now for the Eagles. Leah Phelps on the wing. Torres top of the key, hands it off to Wolford. Swings it out. Geisler corner shot, no good. Balboa with the rebound. Balboa, 6:42 to go here in the quarter. Knights looking for their first points. Lowry with the fake. She attacks. Balboa, another offensive rebound. Knights are crashing the glass. They just can't find any rhythm offensively. Still fighting, though. Valderrama for 3. No good. Ball deflected out. Balboa down low. Sandifer, yes, and the foul for Peyton. Sandifer, her first points of the season, and she'll go to the line to try to complete an old school three-point play. Might have had her contact or something come loose there, gave her a second. Addie Burleson back in the game. Jared Sellers' team. Sandifer completes the old school three-point play. Good to see some production from Peyton. They're going to need that as the season goes on. Burleson turnaround bank shot as the Eagles answer right back. Balboa out deep, directing traffic. Valderrama calling for it. Balboa will attack. Dixon not anticipating the pass, recovers. Floater in the lane is good. And for the first time tonight, we have back-to-back possessions where the Knights score. They do not, however, get back on defense, and Leah Phelps wide open. 48-20 with 5:19 to go here in the third quarter. And a reach on Pensacola Christian. So the Eagles have 4 team fouls. That could help the Knights down the stretch. As Torres picks up her third, that will send the other Phelps, Rachel Phelps, into the game. Dixon to Valderrama. Sarah backing down on Burleson, left it short. Tammy Funa also in for the Knights for sub here in this third quarter for Travis Gagau. Give and go Valderrama to Balboa, too strong off the glass. Lowry the rebound, Lowry scoop, and it rims in. Quick corner shot, mid-range shot by Leah Phelps is no good. Lowry into the forecourt. Lowry left alone, instead out to Balboa. Just inside the arc, off the front of the rim and away from the ball. Or it hit the it hit that top black bar there holding the hoop up, so that will give it back to Pensacola Christian as Pamela Colmenares comes back in for Southwestern Adventist. Burleson to the cutter, and Rachel Phelps to the hoop for 2, averaging 5.3 per game off the bench. Colmenares on the left wing, guarded by Phelps. Balboa up top. Valderrama from the half circle. Colmenares, 18-footer no good, offensive rebound. Again, the Knights doing a nice job crashing the offensive glass here in this third quarter. Balboa banks it, no. Tip for the rebound, here comes Mentzer. Throws it full court, and it's Phelps, Rachel Phelps to be exact, for 2. Eagles open up a 30-point lead, their biggest here in the game. Balboa to Colmenares. 3:24 to go here in the third quarter. Valderrama from the elbow. Step back Jay swishes it through. Want to see Sarah get in the rhythm, especially ahead of tomorrow's game. It'll be another tough one against the NCC AA Division I Ecclesia. Tammy Funa up top. Dixon, and that was through Valderrama. Another steal for Pensacola Christian. They have a 4-on-2. Here's Rachel Phelps. Ooh, landed awkwardly, but she's okay. Was last touched out of bounds by the Knights, so it'll stay with the Eagles. Samaniego is in. Samaniego, Lowry, Tamefuna, Colmenares, and Balboa, who I don't think Eunice has been out at all. Boyd in, takes a quick shot for Pensacola Christian, that's long. Boyd and Mentzer, Burleson, Rachel Phelps, and it looks like Torres is back in the game now for the Eagles as the Knights score again, so offense picking up a bit for the Knights. Nice defense there by Daria Lowry, and then she has her pocket picked by Boyd. Numbers for the Eagles, and the pass is off the mark. Mentzer looking for Boyd, but a turnover. Knights will get it back. 2:16 to go as Pensacola Christian doubling up Southwestern Adventist, 52-26. Lowry, Samaniego, Colmenares takes it to the corner. Zone right now for the Eagles. Balboa down to Lowry. Lowry is tied up. They call it jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Knights. I don't think the shot clock resets, so Knights got to be careful here as they're going to have just 3 on the shot clock. Fowler back in for Pensacola Christian. The reverse is going to be good, and the foul, Colmenares. She's going to go to the line, try to complete a 3-point play. And she does. 14 points here in the quarter for the Knights. This is their best offensive quarter of the season here in game number 3. Here's Boyd. Extra pass out to Mentzer, top of the key. And, yeah, that shot clock is not right. It's at 26 right now. So the officials have to stop play and adjust it. Bad pass there, and Balboa will let it go out of bounds. So Knights fell behind as many as 30 points here in the quarter. It's down to 23 right now. The offense has started to gel a little better. Lowry down low. Lowry, they're going to count that? No, they say it's on the floor. That was a delayed reaction by the official who blew the whistle and then waited a moment. But Pensacola Christian already over the limit, so Daria Lowry going to the free throw line. 50% on the season. Lowry, 4.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per ball game so far on this young season. Good on the first free throw. So 1 out of 2 for Lowry. Pushing the tempo is Boyd, who got the rebound, goes to the hoop and scores. What a sequence there by Sky Boyd, who is going to try to complete an old school 3-point play opportunity. She got that defensive rebound and it was off to the races. Boyd stays perfect at the line here on the young season. Pensacola Christian 55, Southwestern Adventist 30 from Keene, Texas. So we go inside a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Colmenares up top. Handoff to Eunice. Balboa goes right of the lane. Open look. Samaniego for 3, no good. Balboa put back. came right to her, and Eunice did not hesitate. Easily the best offensive quarter for the Knights. They've had trouble getting back on defense. Fortunately, Tame Funa was there all by herself, and the layup was missed. Lowry, out to 7-second difference, game and shot clock. Balboa turnaround. She's got back-to-back buckets. So the Knights cut it down to 21. This has been an impressive quarter for Southwestern Adventist. They have woken up offensively, getting stops as well. 9 seconds to work with. They've got numbers, so they'll take it. Oh, what a block. What a defensive play by Brewer. Phelps at the buzzer. Oh, a dagger for Pensacola Christian. 58-34. Nice offensive quarter for the Knights, but it's still Pensacola Christian in control. We'll be back with the final 10 minutes here in just a moment. Fourth quarter underway. Best offensive quarter of the season for Southwestern Adventist, but Pensacola Christian in control of this one, 58-34. Fowler back out to Boyd. Here is Mentzer. Mentzer's done a nice job attacking the bucket. Makes the unselfish pass to her teammate there for the easy two. 60-34. Samaniego, Peyton Sandifer, Maddie Clements, Eunice Balboa, Daria Lowry to start the final frame. Balboa attacks, draws contact on Rachel Phelps, and will go to the free throw line. Eagles and Jared Sellers, the longtime national contenders in town, as Balboa gets the first free throw to go. Pensacola Christian, if you're just joining us, they've led by as many as 30, but Knights more competitive here in the second half so far, being aggressive offensively. Getting the Eagles into the bonus has helped. Brewer on the near side of your screen. In the corner on the wing, Fowler too strong. Ball tipped to Brewer, her put back no good. Deflected out to Fowler. Eagles will have a third crack at it from Mentzer, who gets the three to go. Been impressed with Kristen Mentzer, who came off the bench, doing a lot of the little things and hitting some timely buckets. Lowry on the wing. Cutter is Balboa. Balboa flips it off the glass. No. Tip for the rebound. It comes to Boyd. Throw ahead full courts, and the bucket and the foul. As the Eagles, I believe that's Brewer going to the line, try to complete an old school three-point play. Alyssa Brewer has played well here tonight as well. So to lead back out to 30, good start to the final quarter for Pensacola Christian. Let's see if the Knights can stay hot here in the final frame. Start of a back-to-back for Southwestern Adventist with you tomorrow, right after lunchtime. Ecclesia in town, part of a doubleheader, basketball doubleheader tomorrow, our first of many basketball doubleheaders. Lowry is fouled. That's 2 on Pensacola Christian in the final quarter, so Daria Lowry back at the free throw line. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Ohio. You and I watching Pensacola Christian, Southwestern Adventist in NCCAA D2 action. This early season Texas trip for Pensacola Christian to get 4 of their seniors and opportunity for their families to come out and check them out. Played at Dallas Christian on Tuesday, beat them by 30, and are on their way to a 30-plus point victory here in Keene, Texas as well. That's going to be a carry. Yeah, Brewer picked the ball up and then tried to keep her dribble, but couldn't do it. Eagles have been turnover happy at times. This is a senior-laden team for Jared Sellers, and a decorated group that contributed to that 2022 national championship. Down low, Peyton Sandifer, high off the glass. Got it to go over Torres. So Torres is back in. Number 10 is Kinsley Tyndall. First appearance for Tyndall. Phelps is back out there. Torres still in the game as Torres gets the bucket. And Holland Geisler. So Montes Torres with an and one opportunity. 75% free throw shooter. Gets it to go. So lead back to 30 for the Eagles. First foul of the quarter for Southwestern Adventist. Lowry to the hoop, and it's stripped. Maddie Clements is going to go out as Dixon comes back in for Travis Gagau. It's an opportunity when you get to play a national contender for the players to be tested, to learn. As Balboa's long on the 3. It's an opportunity for Travis Gagau as well, a young coach going up against the veteran Jared Sellers. Ball deflected out to Tyndall, and it swung out. Another 3 for Phelps. Leah Phelps, that's her 3rd or 4th here tonight. Biggest lead for Pensacola Christian is now at 33. Balboa, 17-foot shot, no good. Here's Wolford throwing it ahead. Leah Phelps again. And this time she attacks, and she'll have another 3-point opportunity, this time at the free throw line. I've known Jared Sellers, I think, for 9 years. First time they were on one of these long road trips when I was working at Warren Wilson. They're now a D3 school in Asheville, North Carolina, and that was the first time I think I met Coach Sellers there, and then did a number of their national tournament runs. I mentioned, those of you unaware, since 2014 they've been to the national tournament every single year. I actually lived in Pensacola for 2 years. It was tough. It was tough to live there from a business standpoint. But my business really suffered, so was a lot of the Pensacola people will remember the Skanska barges. It was during that year too, so that huge hurricane. That was one part of, I think we had 5 different major storms. That was the biggest. That hurricane just absolutely ripped the town to shreds. It destroyed a bridge. Well, Skanska destroyed a bridge. The hurricane played its part, but if you're in Pensacola, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We could joke about it because thank God nobody was killed. Geisler for 3 can't get it, but finger roll no good by Lowry, put back by Colmenares. She's fouled. So anyways, I lived there, and the combination of my business kind of tanking a little bit, COVID, and then just storm after storm after storm that one year, and we kind of said, all right, that's enough. That's enough of this. But it's it's absolutely gorgeous. You're surrounded by water there, and I told this story during the soccer game, and I'll tell it now. It's one of the reasons why I've moved back to Cleveland, Ohio, believe it or not, as crazy as that sounds, because in Cleveland you're kind of surrounded by water too. We got the big Lake Erie to our north, and where I live downtown, I got a nice bird's eye view of it, and the rivers and lakes surrounding it and all connected to Lake Erie. It gives you, although it's much colder, it's much more, well, I wouldn't say run down, but it's an older, Rust Belt city. So it's not as pretty as Pensacola, but it has that vibe. But I know Pensacola very well. I lived off Summit, right by Bay Bluffs Park. Balboa, nice bank shot. 75-42, nearing the midway point of this final quarter. Going to be a hold on Balboa. 4 team fouls on the Knights, 3 on Pensacola Christian, as Leah Phelps was fouled. 25 to shoot. Wolford will inbound it here. Oh, the rainbow shot. I think it was Brewer. I couldn't quite see the jersey number from our vantage point. It was Wolford. I'm actually going to correct myself on that. Knights come up empty. Try for the offensive rebound. Lose it out of bounds. Eunice Balboa is going to get what I believe is her first break as Chloe Samaniego comes back in. Phelps backing down. Here is Tyndall. Extra pass. The 3 no good that time from Wolford. So same spot, different result that time for Jenna Wolford. Colmenares. Lowry. Guarded by Tyndall. It's around her block, but fouled by Wolford, I believe. So both teams now with 4 team fouls. With 4:11 to go. Looks like we're going to have some free throws here at the end of this one. More subs for Pensacola Christian. Kristen Mentzer back out there. Rachel Phelps back in. Addie Burleson back in. Alyssa Brewer back in. And for the first time, it's Sydney Elliott, also from my area. She is from Ashland, Ohio. Boy, if you talk about women's basketball in this country, you got to talk about Ashland, Ohio. Ashland College or University or whatever it is, they've got a massively competitive D2 program. They went 37-0, won the D2 championship last year. They are always in the conversation. One of the best women's basketball teams in the country down there in Ashland. So if you grow up in that area, you get to know the women's game very well. Speaking of which, Elliott takes the 3, comes up short. Mentzer trying to pick the pocket of Dixon from behind. Mentzer's staying with it. Boy, I love the hustle. Kristen Menser. I'm a fan of hers. One of my old friends, Shannon Sword, was an assistant coach at Ashland. Now at Ursuline, another D2 in Northeast Ohio. 3 off the back iron from Samaniego. Hit one earlier. She's in rhythm, though. Those are good-looking shots. I want to see her take more of those, Chloe. Boy, the ball movement for Pensacola Christian's been something to watch here tonight. Menser. Well, I spoke too soon as that pass was off. That was partly credited to Lowry, who did a nice job disrupting that pass, and the movement of the player Burleson. So Knights get the stop, 3:18 left to go. Knights going to go to 0-3 on this homestand. It's tough. You've got this massive homestand to start the season. You hope to get a couple of wins, but when you talk about some of these opponents, and Ecclesia's always gives us problems. There's Tame Funa with the bucket, her second of the season. So both teams a little deeper in their benches. Remember, this is a quick turnaround as the baseline jumper is good there. The Knights are going to be right back in action at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so see a little extra Tame Funa down the stretch. I'm surprised Hudson's not in the game yet. We saw her late in the game on Tuesday against Calvary. Daria Lowry doing a nice job tonight attacking the rim. Like to see that from Daria. Knights, there are some positives out of this. I know it's 80-48. And you're saying to yourself, really, Chris? But there are. That third quarter, the Knights showed need to put 4 of those 3 third quarters together for the Knights. You know, they've played a great 10-minute stretch offensively. They need to quadruple that, but Lowry's done a nice job attacking the bucket. Knights still doing the little things. Colmenares to the cutter, Lowry. Lowry, I think, ooh, they called a foul there. So Lowry, I thought she might have been called for steps, but kept that pivot foot down just enough to draw the contact, and Knights are in the bonus over the final minute 56. Geisler are going to come back in the game, as I believe Elliott goes out. First free throw good for Lowry. Daria in rhythm at the free throw line, too. Good to see the Knights start knocking down the freebies. That was a problem a season ago. Here's Boyd. Rachel Phelps back to her. Boyd backing down, turnaround flip shot is good. Well, this team is so deep, this Pensacola Christian team. Now players like Boyd and Menser we talked about can come in and spell your starters and provide a spark of their own. Fowler, top of the key, scoop to Phelps. Ooh, Phelps fell down. Called for steps, but what spot on the court. So 1 minute to go in the ball game. Entry pass deflected by Boyd. That's what I'm talking about, these bench players for the Eagles doing those little things, you know. We've seen Menser diving for loose balls and ripping inbound passes away. Same can be said for Boyd. Little deflections like that. Back door was open. Dixon couldn't get it to go. Nice job by Chloe Salmoniego with the steal. Lowry now out to Tame Funa. Salmoniego for three. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. She is in rhythm. That's her second three-pointer here today. We need that Chloe shot to carry over to tomorrow. Few second difference, game and shot clock here. The Eagles are going to leave Texas at 3-1. They'll be off until next Thursday when they host Trinity College at 5:30. Start of a 4-game homestand for them. Knight's busy week will wrap up tomorrow afternoon. Southwestern Adventist. Going to be a foul called with 3 seconds, so we're going to have some free throws for Dixon, I believe. Layla Dixon. No free throw attempts yet this season. Missed them both. Rebound controlled by the Eagles. That'll do it. 82-53. Pensacola Christian gets the victory. We'll be with you again tomorrow afternoon, 1 and 3, for our first basketball doubleheader of the year. Ecclesia for the ladies, Spurgeon for the guys. Eagles win it here today. Once again, your final score, 82-53 over the Knights. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name's Chris Sheeman. Let's chat again tomorrow afternoon.